of the Manifesting the Magical Life I Am Statement Challenge. And we have done a lot of I am statements. It has been fantastic and magical and wonderful. And just a couple of the days I was live in my personal feed and I decided, hey, Corky. So really the past 33 days, we've talked about taking the words that we use and the thoughts that we think and the actions that we're doing and being more aware of them. Over the past 33 days, we've actually taken some observational techniques and really thought about our words. And every time we thought about a statement or put it into practice, it was pretty powerful. There were some women who did almost every single one of the 33 days. There was others who just did one day. And each time the people in the group thought of a statement or an I am statement, it was so powerful. So today I want to talk about how we are actually going to implement all of the manifesting magic that we have created in our lives. So as we create these I am statements, and as we have been creating these I am statements, we have done I am statements. I'm going to read some of them just because this is really going to be kind of a recap. So we started off 33 days ago, and I believe that we have come so far in the statements that we've made, just the awareness and the ability to create statements that are impactful. When we first started the challenge, a lot of times the women in the group, and even for myself, it was thinking of what we don't want, right? So it would be, okay, I'm stressful. So they would say something like, I am not stressed. But that doesn't trick the mind into believing that that's actually real. So instead, it was about shifting the way that we think about things entirely. There was quite a few women who their lives are very full. And so instead of saying, I am overwhelmed, they would really say, I am living a full life. And creating this sort of awareness and creating the impact in our lives with the words that we're choosing is really how creating and developing a magical life is born. So here are just a few of the I am statements that we created over the past 33 days. Some of them were, I am creative. I am inspired. I am desirable. I am passionate. I am peaceful. I am aware. I am thriving, which that went through a lot of women for the loop. Another one that kind of threw me for a loop that it was unexpected was I am fulfilled. And so the bulk of what I want to share today, and I put a picture in the Wild, Sexy, Magical Women Facebook group for day 33, and it is I am healed. And this is a big statement, because what if you weren't broken anymore? What if there wasn't something to fix? What if there was nothing to fix in everybody else in your life? What if you didn't have to fix those around you? What if everybody was healed? What if you were healed? What would that be like? And that is often an interesting concept for those who might stay more on the surface of things. That would be perfectly fine, because most of the time they don't even know or have a desire to heal, right? But those who realize that there's something missing, either they realize that they want to be more fulfilled, they want life to be more passionate, they have a feeling that there's this missing piece. And often when we have that missing piece, we equate it with we're broken, or there's a lot of, hey, Sarah, there's a lot of woo-woo talk out there, and there's a lot of psychological talk out there about that, our belief systems are limited. And that is something that is very fixable. But what if we realized that we were whole, that we were healed, and that what we really need is to start living that way? But how do we do that when our minds and everybody around us say, you're broken, take a pill, because that's not normal? What if we started with these I am statements of truly implementing and believing in ourselves that we're enough, just as we are, that we're good enough, we're worthy enough, we're fulfilled enough, we're passionate enough, we have the right purpose that's enough. We can let go of trying to prove to anybody or anything that we're worthy. Because what if we are worthy right now? And there's nothing that we could do to make ourselves even more worthy. Like, this is it. What if this was it? And that can be a scary thought if we go, oh gosh, if this is the end, if this is it, if this is like what life is, really? And at that same token, what if we took the moment and lived in the moment more, with more joy, instead of always looking towards something else? An I am statement is very much in the present moment. We cannot make an I am statement about the future or the past. It's really about being completely present. Hey, Liz. And when we're completely present, it brings us this amazing sense of peace and joy. And yet everything in our lives surrounds us. Facebook, commercials, media, billboards, our families. I mean, from the time children are born, people say, what are you going to do when you grow up? What are you going to be when you grow up? Well, I'm going to be me. I'm going to be I am, that I am. I am going to be whoever I create myself to be in the moment, and not try to think that it's something that I have to get to or strive to. Because that's our entire way of thinking about everything right now, is that we're not there yet and that we're never going to be there. And when we do get there, usually it doesn't feel any different than where we just left. I know that after finishing certifications and getting degrees and going through different programs, I get to the end of the program and I go, I'm still me. Like, I have the same thoughts and I have the same reactions. And until I actually started working with people one-on-one for my own growth, for my own personal growth. And that's when I realized that is when the powerful shifts happen. I could take programs, I could do certifications, I can go to school and never be done, but I won't ever, I won't ever really create the life I desire unless I start implementing the now, the moment. And for those I'm so glad that you joined with the Zoom link. I can, at the bottom of your screen, if you open the chat box, you can type in, and that way I can see and you can chat away. And so I would love to hear what your favorite I am statement was. And if you didn't get to do the challenge with us, what is your favorite I am statement right now in this moment? Or what do you want to be right now in this moment? And really allowing ourselves to be the I am statement that we choose. And so to bring this challenge at the end of the year, and it came about very spontaneously and organically through last month's workshop. And as we were talking about something in last month's workshop, I went, oh my gosh, let's do an I am statements. And it was really neat to see how every time somebody created an I am statement, they had to believe it. And it was one of those things where it was like they couldn't write the I am statement until they believed it. Or at least they had to like work out a lot of the little voices, that inner chatter, right? The I am statement of, there was one I am statement of, like, I am dynamic. That was a really powerful one. And being dynamic in all aspects. And a lot of the women that were going through that statement, they literally had to go, I'm lacking energy. I am not feeling it. Don't really feel like I'm there. And they went through this statement. And at the beginning of the I am statements, I even went through my own little voices to create, because I think it was interesting. At the very beginning of the 33-day challenge, I asked everybody to listen to what their I am statements were telling them at the beginning. And a lot of mine were, I am dominating. I'm a people pleaser. It was all these things that I believed about myself. I am prideful. I'm guilty. I am loud. I am weird. I am, all these things that like, we don't really want anybody to know about us, but we just are. That's just the truth of it. And when I was able to look at that and say, wow, is that true? And if it is, do I need to keep saying this about myself? Do I need to keep perpetuating those I am statements that maybe people think I'm egotistical, so I guess I'm egotistical, or people think that I'm something, and so therefore I would attach that I am statement as if it was truth. And that's where the problem lies, in the I am statements that we said about ourselves before this 33-day challenge, and the statements that were being said towards the end of the I am statements challenge. And some of the statements that are being said are, let's see, I want to read some of them actually from the group, because they're just so powerful. What women were, like one of them was, I am without a doubt me. I am one with all. And some of them, like this one was, I am one with all. I am peaceful. I'm loved. I'm living a full life. I'm growing and learning. I am all my experiences was one, which was really powerful. I am normal was somebody else's. I am home. Such a beautiful I am statement, of feeling just so content and sure of ourselves. And let's see what some of the other ones were. I am creating with other people. I am my best self. I am hopeful. I am wishful. I am my own best friend. So these statements are so powerful. And one of the ones that really created a dynamic and beautiful shift was, I am queen. And now some of the women in the group, and you might too, already recognize that within yourself, where you go, I feel powerful. I know that I'm in control of my life. I'm the queen of my dominion, of my kingdom. And yet, oftentimes, when we are the queen, we are overgivers. And that might seem like a contradiction, but we almost take time for ourselves and then give it away on the same hand. So a lot of the women that I work with are amazing overgivers. They create so much magic for everybody else in their homes and in their lives, and forget to fill their own cup. And this can create a lot of feeling lost. It can create anxiety and depression. It can create not feeling like you have a purpose. It can create lack of energy. And while all of these things are so common and often just met with a pill, there is not really a necessity for them. Because really, if we gave to ourselves in a deeper, more fulfilling way that actually nourished us, rather than giving in a superficial way, Like I understand most women go and get their hair done or their nails done or go shopping or, get out and go grab a cup of coffee by themselves and call that self-care, or doing a bath night or a spa day self-care. But really, self-care is getting to know who you are intimately and becoming who you desire to be, even through being scared. And as we step towards and through the fear of some of these I am statements and allow ourselves to be seen fully, that freedom, the I am free, truly gets awakened. I am allowed. It awakens within us, and we're able to truly step into who and what we desire, and our hearts open up and we begin to listen. What does my heart really desire? What is it that I really want to manifest in my life? And manifest simply means bring into being. And the fastest way to bring into our lives what we truly desire is through our thoughts, which is why we started with these I am statements. And working with the I am statements is something that can always pull us into something more. I made sure that when we started this I am statements challenge, that I didn't have all 33 statements ready. I didn't want to do that. I really wanted to see where the progression of these would take us. And so I knew for the first week it was going to start out with just listening to whether we could even feel good enough to allow ourselves to have a magical life. So it was based on I am enough, I am valuable, I am worthy, and those kinds of aspects. And once we got that foundation of just simply allowing ourselves, okay, I can convince myself enough that I'm worthy to do this challenge and that I can get some shifts. And then the next week, it focused on our bodies and feeling really amazing, like desirable and sexy, and awakening the fact that we are our bodies. And when we utilize our bodies and our powerful root chakra and our passion and ignite the kind of liberating energy of our sexualness, that is where true creation and very powerful, strong, fast manifesting qualities come through. And then the third week, we went into, what was the third week? The third week was more of the yeah, I have to go back through, but that's funny. So the third week was more of I am thoughtful, I am energetic, I am peaceful. So more of shifting the mindset, right? Because oftentimes we have to feel like we can deserve it, and then we get into our bodies, and then we can get into our mindsets. And then this last week was really connecting with the spiritual principles of knowing that we're connected with all, that we're one with all, that we are our best selves. So getting more into the spiritual aspects of really connecting and knowing that from the foundation of receiving, because you now feel valuable, to getting into your body, to acknowledging your mindset, and now to knowing that we're all connected in this, and that our energy is really a powerful and magnetic force. And our energy is just that. We're all made of energy. Everything in the world is made of energy. That's quantum physics. And yet, when we allow ourselves to change our thoughts and to think of the I am statements that really are powerful and push us and create a little bit of fear within us because we don't know if they're actually true, but we long for them to be true, then that's when things really create shifts and create connection and pull into us what we desire. So with this conclusion of these past 33 days, it has been absolutely amazing. And the amount of shifts and awareness that have come from some women just doing a couple of the I am statements and some of the women doing a majority of them, the shifts have been profound. And I don't want to stop that momentum. I really want to create that momentum and bring it into the new year so we can now create that life. Rather than just saying a statement, we want to actually pull it into our being, believe it, and be that statement. And so I have a opportunity for, I believe there's about 4 more spaces available. So I have an opportunity for 10 women to join me in January at the beginning of the year. And we are going to spend 3 months together going through healing, going through learning how to receive. We're going to go through and create the life of accepting and being able to stop the self-sabotage, to get intimate with our desires and each other, and really create and ignite the passion of our heart with action plans. So this group is not just going to be a mindset group. This group is not just going to be focused on healing, but this group is going to be focused on creating a plan to actually create what you desire. I've spoken with so many women who go, I really would like to be my authentic self. I really would like to create more healing for those around me, but I'm just so overwhelmed. Or I would like to have more energy, but the depression is just pushing me down. And so all of these aspects can be created and shifted with intimacy and healing and an action plan. And I have done many online programs. I've created them, and I've also been in many of them. And the biggest thing about an online program that you're doing not one-on-one with somebody is the lack of individualized, personalized support. And so that's why it's so crucial that for this new year, I didn't want to put out another online program. I really wanted to create space for intimacy and working with women one-on-one. And so I've talked with a lot of women who were not able to afford to work one-on-one. So that's why I'm opening up for 10 women to be able to share the cost of the one-on-one with me. And if you do not want to work with 9 other women, I do have 2 openings in January to work with women exclusively one-on-one, where we will meet weekly and it will just be you and I. And there are 2 of those openings available. So I've got a few openings left for the group of 10, which I do need 10 women to sign up. So if you feel led or called that this is something that you really would love to do at the start of the new year, I would love to have you join us, because there's 6 other women who are just waiting to make sure that we get to this 10 women so that we can start the group in January. And you would not only be a blessing to them, you overgiver, but it would be a huge radical transformation in your own life to truly start living and stop having another year go by and saying, I'll do it when. How many times I've done it. I used to say it when my kids were little all the time, I'll do this when I have money. Really? Is it just going to fall from the sky? Like, it's just going to happen? Or, I'll do it when I have some free time. How are you going to create free time without an action plan, without support, without new tools, without new thought processes? So really looking at why, if you want to be a part of this and you're making an excuse right now, look at that excuse. PM me that excuse. I would love to join but and share that but with me. And that way we can talk it out. We'll either video chat or we can just do it over Messenger. If you want to be a part of this and you know how powerful what I put out in the Wild Sexy Magical group is, and you've gotten transformation from that, I would really love for you to be a part of this intimate group that is going to get so, I mean, what I give away in the Wild Sexy Magical group, I give away for free. So imagine what I would give away and what would happen in a transformational space that is being paid for. So I'm very much looking forward to having you join us in January, and I feel incredibly blessed to be able to work in this space and be able to create these kinds of intimate connections with the women in this group and in my Facebook. And it's amazing what happens when we get vulnerable enough to share ourselves with our tribe. Magic happens. And I want the same for you, because I know that you want transformation and magic, and you want to share that with the world. So PM me if you're interested. Let me know what your excuse is for not joining, or let me know that you're going to be joining us. And I'm so excited and blessed and honored to be able to share my wonderful life with you, and I'm very much looking forward for you to share your life with me. So I will see you all after the holidays. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and I will see you all in the new year. Peace and blessings to you. Bye.